Hello and welcome to the Advent of Automation, your personal 20-day guide to streamlining your BI workflow. This is day 3 of our learning journey where we will explore how to automatically run a flow when a new file is created in a SharePoint folder. This powerful SharePoint trigger allows you to automate file-related tasks in Power Automate and define actions based on the creation or even the modification of a file. With that said, let's dive in. Hello and welcome to BI-Lingual Analytics. My name is Roland and I'm here to guide you through the world of data, analytics and automation. If this is your first time around here, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons so you won't miss any of my tutorials. It means a lot to me and helps others to find content like this. It's completely normal for some data to live in SharePoint sites. Whether it's there to enhance an existing Power BI report with additional details as a dimension table, or to serve as the base of a semantic model, there will always be instances where a report developer uses SharePoint as a data source. However, one of the challenges with such a source is refreshing the data. Just because someone saves a new file to the right folder or updates one doesn't mean Power BI knows when or how frequently to refresh a data flow or semantic model. But with the smarts of Power Automate, we can streamline this process. Let's take a look at how to set this up. Log into Power Automate and create a new flow from the top left corner. Choose Automated Cloud Flow because this type of automation runs automatically when a file is created. Name your flow, for example, New File in SharePoint. And search for the When a File is Created SharePoint trigger. This trigger captures the properties like name, URL and other metadata, but doesn't download the file's content. It's perfect for scenarios where actions are based on the metadata of newly created files without processing the file itself. Make sure to select the trigger with properties only in its name, not the other one. You might also explore the trigger called when a file is created or modified, as it adds more flexibility to what triggers the flow. But for today, we are focusing on new file creation. Now we are on the canvas with the trigger in place. Select the trigger to start fine-tuning it to your needs. Choose a SharePoint site first. Then select the SharePoint library. Then, under the Advanced Parameters, click Show All to reveal more options. The two key options here are Limit Columns by View. This is a performance optimization step allowing you to limit the columns retrieved from the site based on a specific view. Folder Selection restricts the trigger to a specific folder within the site. Using one of these advanced parameters is a good practice. It optimizes the flow, simplifies error handling, and makes the process easier to hand over to others. You can also specify how frequently the flow checks for new file. The default is every 3 minutes, but you can tweak this based on your needs. A word of advice: don't overdo the file creation checks. If you only expect files once a day, set it to daily and define an appropriate time. Back to the automation. Now that we have our starting point, the trigger as the first step of the flow, it's time to add an action. Every automation needs at least one trigger and one action. For simplicity, I'm going to click on Next Step and search for Current Time. This action will display the time when the new file was created. Next, save the flow and navigate to the SharePoint site and folder we selected. Drop a blank Excel file into the folder, then return to Power Automate and wait for the flow to run. In the Run History section, you will see a successful run. Checking the run details will confirm the date and time the flow executed. And here are a few examples of how this trigger can be used. Project File Management. When a new file is added to a project folder, the trigger can start a workflow that sends an email notification to the project team about the new file. Data Approval. If a new document is added to a SharePoint library with a specific category or tag, the trigger can initiate a flow that routes the document to appropriate team for review or approval. Data Ingestion. Automatically refresh a Power BI data flow or semantic model when a new file is created, ensuring reports are always up to date. Later in this learning journey, I'll demo more complex flows using the file created trigger. But for now, I think we covered everything for this introduction. I hope you enjoyed this series, and by the end of December, or whenever you complete the learning, you will have some great automation ideas to enhance your BI workflow. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section below, and I do my best to answer them quickly. Thanks for staying till the end. I hope you learned something new today. If you did, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, check out these tutorials to take your data, analytics, and automation journey to the next level. Until the next one, see ya!